back again with the Tucson. I'm gonna do a transfer case fluid exchange. In the last video I changed my transmission fluid for the second time, and that was at about 15,000 kilometers. So there was a magnet inside that's integrated with the drain plug, and the diff and transfer case have a magnet as well, but they're smaller and they weren't as dirty as the transmission magnet was. So here's some extra information here, and these torque specs will come in handy for your transfer case, diff, and transmission. So have a look at that. And I did use royal purple for all three of the compartments: transmission, diff, and transfer case. I took the old stuff out. I'm not sure exactly what was in there to begin with. And so as far as the transfer case goes, it's much smaller magnet inside compared to the transmission, and they weren't as dirty as the transmission magnet was. So in order to change the transfer case fluid, I used a 24mm and a T55 Torx bit. So the drain plug is very easy to find and easy to remove, 24mm, but the fill plug's a little harder. It's just above here, and it's a T55 Torx bit, so it's a little harder to get off, and it's definitely very hard to fill without an extra sort of tool, because it's a tight spot. So you're going to need a hand pump or something like this, and then you can fill it pretty easily. And it's about a quart of oil inside. So that's the OEM fluid, 15,500 kilometers. Comes out at the bottom and goes in through the top. T55 Torx bit, and I loosened it off on top. I recommend that you loosen the top one first, just to make sure that you can get it off before draining the fluid out. So now it's time to fill it. I'm doing this on a flat surface, by the way, as flat as possible, and I'm using my hand pump. I'm gonna fill up the transfer case until it starts overflowing, and that's it. I'm gonna stop there, put the plug back in. Alright guys, so torque specs for the drivetrain once again, and my next video is going to be about the rear differential, but I got a couple more transmission movies coming, and we got a bunch of other stuff coming up, so you guys have a great long weekend, and I'll see ya.